What's going on, everybody? It's Eli here from TreeFall Studios, and today we're back with a brand new developer commentary series. This is going to be a new devlog series on Tilting Tiles Micro Challenge. If you saw our videos recently, we just announced this new game. It's a brand new Tilting Tiles spin-off game, and it features 4 new terrain types and a new movement option. As you can see, the graphics have changed. There's a new material on the items. There are new textures and materials on the towers, and the fog color and lighting has changed as well. There's also a whole new set of music that's been written for this game, unlike Tilting Tiles Ultimate Tilt Remix, which reuses the same music from the previous games. So if you saw the trailer, you know about the shrinking and growing mechanic, and in this first devlog, I'm planning on just showing you this like playground and talk about some of the thinking behind the game and show you how I was testing the game and a lot of the features that are included in this game. And it will give you an idea of how the puzzles are created. So this little test level here, there's actually going to be an edited version of this in the game. This is the little environment that I created in order to test all of the different terrain types and movement options. So if you look, you can see we've got a hole right here. We've got a tower walls here with openings on all sides. You can see you've got horizontal walls and vertical walls. So those are the 4 new types. So horizontal walls, vertical walls, tower walls with holes on both sides, and then a actual platform with a hole in the middle. So as you can see with the hole in the platform in the middle, you are just the right size to move over it as you're big. But if you shrink down to the small size and try to move over it, well, you fall down the hole, which makes sense. So basically, a lot of the puzzles in this game are going to be forced around when you're small and when you're big, when to shrink and when to grow. Because if you see, each time you shrink and grow, it counts as a move. So that basically changes the puzzle structure because you want to be like, okay, well, I need to be big to get over that hole over there in the back, but you have to be small in order to get into these hallways here. So you might as well not grow here and then, get the item that will be over here and then shrink back if you can get everything in one go while you're in the halls. So it changes the puzzle design a good bit. Let me restart the level so I can get some more moves. So as you can see right here, if you press the circle button, there's a cool little animation and you shrink down to half the size and fall to the ground. And if you press it again, you warp back, and you can press it a bunch of times in a row, but you can only shrink and grow once the animation and move has been completed. So you won't accidentally use too many moves by pressing the circle button 3 or 4 times. It's not going to go up the move count 3 or 4 times. So let me restart one more time. And as you can see, if you try to go forward, I'm pressing the button to go forward, you cannot move forward. And if you were here, you couldn't move forward because the walls are in the way. But if you shrink down, you can go inside of the walls. And if you try to grow while you're inside the walls, it won't let you. So this is all code that I had to come up with in order to make sure you couldn't break the puzzles or, break the game and get stuck and that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of different options I had to consider. Like you can move in and out of these halls. You can double move through the halls. You can double move to the hallways. When you're in these horizontal ones where you can't see your character, it fades it out with the material so you can actually see where you are. It doesn't do that for the vertical ones because you're looking at it straight on with the camera. So like for here, for instance, you would need to grow, and then you can't get into this. So this was part of my testing. So like if you were above a hole and you needed to shrink to get down into that next hallway, if you press the circle button and shrink, you will automatically fall and then die. So that was some code. I had to rework how the tile checked where it was based on when you're shrinking and growing. So you can see it's a cool little animation. It plops into the animation, and as soon as it's done plopping, it basically goes whoop and then falls down the hole. So that's basically the new puzzle structure for this game. As you can see, if you try to diagonal, you can't diagonal around the walls because the walls are in the way. So the basic structure is there's going to be walls that are guiding your player either left and right like this, up and down like this, or some sections where you can come in and out of, and there'll be holes where you have to regrow your character, because basically if you want to see here, when you're small you can still tilt and you can still do everything like you normally could, but it would just save you moves. You would just shrink once and just run around the level, and it wouldn't be too much of a puzzle. But if you have these holes everywhere, you basically have to analyze the terrain layout, analyze the stage, and plan your route carefully of where you can traverse, which places you can get while you're shrunk, when you have to grow, and where to go. So that's a quick, brief overview of the basic tilting tiles micro challenge movement. There are other movement options that I'm going to talk about in the future devlogs. Basically, that as I was developing the levels, I decided to come up with deeper puzzles that created more coding problems, like sliding across the tops of walls, falling into walls, shrinking above walls, and then jumping into them, that kind of thing. All of that code is in the game and it all works. And I'll show off some of that in a future devlog. I'm also going to do devlogs talking about the new changes to the title menu and everything else like that. So I hope you're looking forward to this game. It's going to be pretty awesome because the thinking behind this game is it's a double. I guess the name has two meanings. Micro challenge because it is a micro game. It's a small version of the Tilting Tiles game compared to the other games in the series. Both Tilting Tiles and Tilting Tiles Ultimate Tilt Remix have around 60 levels, and first playthrough they might take anywhere between 2 to 5 hours to complete by someone not using a guide. You can beat them in 30 minutes to an hour using a guide, or if you're just really good at the game. This game is only going to have 20 levels, so it's like 1/3 of the size, and I'm charging way less than what I should based on the work and the quality of the game. But the point is that there's going to be a small game, this micro game, that's going to be really cheap, and I'm hoping that that small price point will let new players just give it a chance, pick it up, and try it out. And when they do that, they will fall in love with the Tilting Tiles world and the Tilting Tiles formula. And then from there, they might consider going to pick up Tilting Tiles or Tilting Tiles Ultimate Tilt Remix. The Ultimate Tilt Remix is a pretty long game, and I think it has some pretty awesome levels, and it didn't sell really well. So we're going to be releasing a bundle to go along with this game for both the original Tilting Tiles and Tilting Tiles Ultimate Tilt Remix. They'll be in a bundled price where you can save money if you buy them together, and I'm going to release them on the same day as this game. So hopefully people will just try this game out because it's only going to be 49 cents. I mean, undercharging a ton, hoping to just capture a large player base of people willing to try it, because there's all sorts of new features and new puzzles and graphics in this game. And if they enjoy it, I'm hoping that they'll go and check out the other Tilting Tiles games as well. So that's a little bit of the thinking behind the development of this game and the marketing strategy behind it for those who are interested in the whole business side instead of just the game development aspects. But I hope you guys are looking forward to playing Tilting Tiles Micro Challenge soon. It's coming to PlayStation and Steam soon. So I hope you guys are nice and excited. Without further ado, I need to give a huge shout out to everybody who supports TreeFall Studios on patreon.com. I got to give a personal shout out to Carmen Red, Overhyped Gamer, and Shark and Minnow. Thanks for what you guys do for TreeFall Studios on patreon.com. If you're interested in supporting this channel or supporting this game development studio, the links will be in the description below, so you can check out our Patreon page. And you can also support us by checking out our games on Steam, buying them, leaving a review, or buying our games and checking them out on PlayStation. All right, guys, with that being said, I will catch you in the next video. I hope you have a wonderful day.